Hi everyone, it's me, Megan, and this is Jessie.
Hi. Hey, Megan, can you help me? I need to write my grandma a letter.
Sure, Jessie.
Great. While I was at my grandma and grandpa's house last week, they bought me a fish. I named her Fishy.
That is a very fitting name for a fish.
Thanks. Well, I accidentally left Fishy at my grandma's when I went home. Oops is right. I have to tell my grandma how to take care of Fishy. So, this is a very important letter.
Yes, that is very important. I am happy to help, Jessie. In today's Bible story, Paul wrote a letter to the church in Colossae about what is most important, Jesus. Let's listen to hear the story.
When Paul was a prisoner in Rome, people came to tell him news about believers in churches all over the world. Paul had visited many of the churches, and he wrote letters to tell the believers to keep following Jesus.
Paul wrote a letter to the church in Colossae. The believers there knew the good news about Jesus, but there was a problem. New teachers had come and told them things that were not true. Paul's letter reminded them what is true about Jesus. This is what Paul wrote.
Jesus shows us what God is like. The Son of God was with God before God created anything. He created everything in heaven and on earth. Everything you see and don't see. Everything is for Him. The church, all the believers in the world, are the body, and He is the head. God was happy to send His Son to earth to rescue people from sin through His blood on the cross.
Paul reminded the believers that their sin had kept them away from God. Our sin makes us God's enemies, but God rescues us from sin and forgives us through Jesus.
Paul said, "This is the gospel. If anyone tells you the gospel is something else, that person is lying. Have courage and love one another. All wisdom and knowledge comes from God."
Paul reminded believers that Jesus is most important. Jesus is God's Son, and He died on the cross to rescue people from sin. This good news is all we need. Jesus is all we need.